Swing and a miss. And that is strike two.
0-2.
And Big Red gets his second strikeout of the game. And now it's Gavin Lux. Smoked on the ground a second. Throw on to Freeman. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Spencer Steer now at the plate. And a foul ball.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that's way high. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Martinez back to work. Pitch misses there. 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Hernandez aboard here at first with nobody out. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Betts. Doubled in his first AB. Foul ball there. Top of the third. No score. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one fouled off. That's out to center field. Friedel settles underneath it. Makes the grab. 2 down. Here is Freddie Freeman. Over 1 so far.
5, Freddie Freeman.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Next pitch just misses. And the count 1-2. Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first, and Freeman is retired. And set for the bottom of the third. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, these Reds definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Now it's the right fielder, Will Benson. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And that is strike 1. Ball 1 there. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips into dirt. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 3. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Pages sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. Santiago Espinal, the next to hit for the Reds. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Line drive, fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got it double.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a huge...
Now this one gets through. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. In comes the first run of the game as the Reds take the lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Digging in, Matt McClain. Fastball for a strike. Friedl leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
0-1.
They say you win.
1-2.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first, safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Hit in the air, center field. Pages makes the play. That is the inning. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And a swing and a miss.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And it's even up. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now 2-2.
2-2.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Here's the catcher to hit, Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. Smith, multi-time All-Star, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Benson moving under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Max Muncy at the dish.
The third baseman,
reached on a
13,
drop, third strike
Max
his first time.
Muncy.
And he grounds one to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Tommy Edman at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And it's fouled off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here in Cincinnati. And now Austin Hayes.
Hitter, Austin Hayes.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
That's to third. And it gets by him.
The left fielder.
Next for
number 2,
Cincinnati, Gavin Lux.
Lux.
Line to the left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
1 ball.
This
strike.
one in the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. And a swing and a miss.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
That to right, and it falls, and it gets by him. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs scored.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. In to score is the runner from third.
Well done. Drives in the run. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And now 2 aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Hernandez on the move. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. First and second here, no outs. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Friedl at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. In the air right side, Edman going after it. Makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark at the plate, Andy Pages. That one hit to right. Benson makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the left field. Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's in there. It's 0-1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. So the batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. Bunting for a hit, he pops it up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the inning, leading off, Matt McLain. 0 for 2 in this one. This to third, Muncy. Over to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And now, Elly De La Cruz. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
The Reds signed Elly in 2018, but it took a few years for him to stand out in their minor league system. In 2021, he went from an unranked prospect to a player on a fast track to the majors. Few scouts out there believe a growth.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. 2 down, bases empty. In now for the Reds, Austin Hayes. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
You know, the Reds were lucky they even noticed De La Cruz. They sent a scout to the Dominican Republic to watch a different player, but Elly was playing in the same program. The Reds liked what they saw and offered him a deal the very next day.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Good eye right there. And there's a ball. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Mookie Betts now. Martinez back to work. Ripped on a line. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And first offering is fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Espinal makes the grab, and there's two gone. And up next for Los Angeles, Shohei Ohtani, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one pushed to the left and foul. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside. And the count 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
There's a swing and a drive. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Swings and misses. Strike one.
Well, these Reds doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
Dives, and he can't hang on. And he'll be safe at first.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Edman pulls it down. One away. And now the right fielder, Will Benson. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball.
Runner, runner, runner!
Runner breaks early for second, and a step off. Tag, and he's out at first. Couldn't get back to the bag. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
0-2.
And 1-2.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
2 outs. Fights it off. He'll see another. May comes set. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Espinal, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. In the dirt. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4. Back here in Cincinnati, we go to the top of the 7th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. On the ground to the left. Tosses across to first. And they get the out on Smith. Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Outside.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
1 and 2.
That one missed. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Tommy Edman will hit next.
Tommy Edman.
And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Back here at Great American Ballpark, and now TJ Friedl. That one the other way, and that gets down for a base hit. Man, so the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Alex Vesia.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Strike 2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the...
There goes the runner in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. So digging in, Elly De La Cruz. Off the plate inside. Ball 1. Swing and a chopper out to short. Now the tag at third, and they got him.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And now it's Austin
Now
Hayes.
The designated hitter, Austin.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
They take the force out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Andy Pages.
Andy Pages.
Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Whips it across. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now
the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 2. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at bat.
And now 1 and 2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Ha-Seong Kim. Foul ball. The Dodgers down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Up the middle. He's got it. And that is out number 3. And we're back. Bottom of the 8th. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Gavin Lux. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Late with the swing there.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out. Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. inside. And it's 1-0.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Betts sends it to first. Inning over. Back here in Cincinnati, we go to the ninth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there, tattooed to Tatertown, and gone. He'll circle the bases, and they close the gap. It's 4-1. Up the middle, puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Fouled off left side. And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. Shohei Ohtani goes deep. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-2. Now here is Will Smith. And the first pitch misses for ball one. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Still only one out here in the inning. In the air, right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Next pitch is inside. Full count now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Muncy in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swung on, belted. That's back. And that one is out of the ballpark and gone. It left the stadium. And that funky Muncy hits one out. Their third home run of the inning. It's 4-3. Edman at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one.
1 strike.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Paz in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a foul out of play.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
In the dirt, blocked. And the runner stays where he is. This could end it. Runner on the move. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
And the final score here, 4-3. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long. Just a little bit away from first pitch, showing the slab in today's game. Shohei Ohtani.
Boog, he brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
Ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that is out of play. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And now it's Mookie Betts. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Betts playing up the middle at short. A member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping, he's going for three.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 5.
Freddie Freeman hits now. He's one of the many stars in this Dodger lineup.
Do you remember this, Boog? Harper's first jersey number was 34, and the reason was pretty simple. Harper loves Mickey Mantle, so he decided to choose a number that added up to Mantle's number. 3 plus 4, Boog, equals 7.
And strike two.
Harper's rookie introduction with the Nationals almost never happened. With about a minute to go before the signing deadline, the Nationals were convinced they wouldn't get a deal done. Both sides had to give a little in order to make it happen. It wouldn't have been the first time a #1 overall pick didn't sign with the team that drafted him. The most recent example is when Brady Aiken and the Houston Astros failed to strike a deal back in 2014.
And Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. Save!
They'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
One down. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's in there. That's strike one.
One ball, one strike.
Man at first, one away. Late on that fastball.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
This looks like extra bases. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
That one fouled off. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. Here comes Max Muncy.
The third baseman, number 13.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
There's the strike.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
Ooh, Baez. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
2 on, 2 outs. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Pages makes the play, and that is bottom of the first. Here's Shohei Ohtani. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
And that is cut on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Mookie now. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
1 out, bases empty. And a foul ball. Popped up. Kim. Brings it in. 2 up, 2 down. So now it's Freddie Freeman. That one misses in the dirt. That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Center fielders in today's game are so talented and so athletic. So when you blast one to deep center and get it to drop in, you know you really put a great...
And he dives in safely. And 2 now as he swings through it.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job.
He's under it at first, and that'll all set for the start of the inning. And here is Teoscar Hernandez. Ohtani back to work. And there's a strike.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Number 6.
In the air out to center. And it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting ninth, the
next to hit, James Outman.
James Outman.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. He's safe. Kim leads off second with one gone in the inning.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back.
Two to count.
Pitch out, but no action. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one. And here comes Tommy Edman. Led off the game with a strikeout. Late on that fastball.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fair ball. One run across. Edman around second. The throw in. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Comes through with the RBI. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
In the air, left field. And that is that. Back here at Dodger Stadium, the batter now will be Will Smith. Out to short. Betts whips it to first, and they get the out on Smith. Here's Max Muncy. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Here's a bit of a scouting report on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's athletic, has elite flexibility, kind of like you, Boog. He's got good strength, an ultra-fast arm, and exceptional movement patterns. He's tough on hitters, that's for sure.
Well struck right field. And that one is off the wall. Muncy into second. It's a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Michael Conforto now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
That's the first splitter we've seen today, and it shouldn't be the last. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pages. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws in time. The 2-3 strikeout. Back here in L.A. On to the third inning. There's Freddie Freeman now. And first offering is fouled off. Bases empty.
Yo, that dude's fucking retarded.
1 for 1 with a single so far.
That guy's fucking retarded. What was that, bro? That was the funniest shit I've ever seen, dude. I gotta clip that. I gotta clip that shit.
Hernandez on the move.
How do you clip? How do you clip in this shit? Save recent gameplay, last 30 seconds. That shit was hilarious. I ain't never seen that. Fucking just. He must not have the ball thing on. He must play with just a shadow or some shit. I don't know. That was retarded. Damn, that was funny.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
In the dirt. Man at second. That's a little bit low.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one.
When he throws to first in time, they get the out on Muncy. And the inning is over. Back here at Chavez Ravine as we go to the last of the third. Here's the second baseman, Tommy Edman. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. It's strike one on Edman. A little out front there as he swings through it.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back to the top of the lineup, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Struck out swinging his first time. On the ground right side. He takes it on his own. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 out, space is empty. And here is Mookie Betts. Flied out his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1's the count.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Yamamoto sends him packing. Start of the fourth, and now Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez, a former home run derby champ, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And now it's even up.
1-1.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, and he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. The throw comes in too late, and he reaches safely.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now Ha-Seong Kim bunting, but that's a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits.
Runner on the go. Bunt attempt misses.
And if you
go to second.
That's a ball.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends her packing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's Freddie Freeman. This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws in time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Grounded out his first time up. And a big swing and a miss.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The third baseman, number 13.
Here comes Max Muncy. Doubled his first time up.
Muncy.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Smith gathers, goes to first, got him. Inning over. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Tommy Edman. We welcome you to Los Angeles. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Okay, all set to go. Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Next offering is down low. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouled off the plate, they'll do it again. Tatis waits. Pitch misses. 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Luis Arraez stands in. Fought off foul.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher.
Tatis runs. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Hernandez makes the grab, and there's one down.
Excellent job, and I tell you what, the times that I played left field, getting a play like that, you love the opportunity to make it.
Here's Manny Machado now.
Counts 1-0.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Again with a pitch out. Tatis runs. Cut on and missed. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. To the right side, Kim. In plenty of time to first. Machado out of the play. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's going to be Jackson Merrill. Foul ball there. Runner at third, 2 away. In the dirt, but kept close. Runner stays put at third. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him looking for the K.
All that fucking nasty around with Tatis for nothing. Fuck ass bitch. Sit his fuck ass down.
Bottom of the first. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And there's one down. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. So you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. To third, Machado. Slings it across. Mookie retired, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And they'll do it again. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back here in L.A., top of the second. And now it's going to be Gavin Sheets. And that one popped in the air, left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Makes the grab, 1 away. It's Xander Bogaerts now.
Batting 6th, the shortstop.
Bogaerts, a former All-Star. Batting 6th in today's lineup. And he was born in Aruba. That's in there. 0-1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman. Bogaerts retired. 2 outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Jake Cronenworth. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. High fly ball out to center field. And that'll do it. Back here at Chavez Ravine, Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
And it gets down for a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Here's a swing and a drive left field.
Keep throwing them fuck-ass pitches over the plate. Matter of time till I catch up to it. Dumbass.
And they jump ahead.
You better paint the corners, homie.
It's 2-0.
Pissed me off with that bullshit he was doing with Tatis. I ain't gonna lie. That pissed me off.
And first
lucky I
offering
fucking
is
swing
fouled
early on that one, bro.
Back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Gotta stop throwing them dropping them off-speed pitches that drop in the middle of the zone, bro. I'm sitting on those.
They do it again.
They ain't throwing a fastball all game, bro. I'm sitting on top of all that shit. Yeah, quit the fucking game, fucking bum. It ain't the pitcher. Don't take the pitcher out. It's you. You throw that same pitch with anybody, I'm taking it to the fucking...
Number 50.
Sorry-ass fucking Padres. You guys are shit. That's why your jerseys are brown like shit. Ugly motherfuckers. He's dropping that shit. He's throwing that stupid-ass fucking sinker, bro.
With 3 runs in already.
Catch that shit again.
Bottom half of inning number 2.
Oh my God, bro. That one dropped just in time for you, bro. Dropped right out the zone.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Sheets on the move. Hauls it in
Pissed
for the
me off
out.
with that bullshit.
One down. And now the center fielder, Andy Pages.
Yes.
Hitting the air out to center field.
You playing with that shit, bro. I'm making good contact on it, dude.
2 down, bases empty. And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a pop.
That's what you're going to get me with that fastball. Cause I ain't even going to lie, bro. I'm sitting on those fucking off-speed pitches from you, bro.
And it's foul
sitting
off.
on them,
They'll
dude.
do it again.
If you're going to burn me, you're going to burn me with that fastball.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Maldonado to first in time.
Sorry,
so the drop
three
third
runs in that
doesn't
inning.
hurt. And that's that.
Let's go. Yeah, three. Let's get three up, 3 down here, and
top
rack
half
up
of
a
the
few more
third
runs
inning.
next
Now
inning.
it's the DH, Luis Campusano. Ohtani back to work. On the
Give him
ground
nothing he
right
can
side, Kim. Fires over to
nothing they can
first.
pull.
Leadoff man retired.
They're gonna
here
hit.
in
They're
the
gonna
third.
hit. They're gonna hit opposite field.
Martin Maldonado up to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Nobody worrying about you bunting, bro.
Strike
I'm fucking
3,
worried about
went
fake
back to
bunting.
the sweeper and got the strike.
Look at the pitch, dumbass.
Now it's Fernando Tatis
The dog
Jr.
Tom.
Walked to open the
Stupid
ball
fucking
game.
name.
Sharp grounder. That's
Fine.
through for a base hit.
I'll live with that.
So he gets on base and keeps it going.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Tatis runs. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. The throw to third, and they hold him at third.
Pissed me off again.
90 feet away with 2 out.
Back-to-back base hits. That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on plane with it. He hit that one pretty well.
Machado stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And Manny gets a piece. Tatis, the runner at third, arrives at first. 2 out of the inning. Next offering upstairs. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boo. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases all loaded up. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Caught looking his first time up. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Out towards right center field. Kim sizes this one up. And
All that playing around on the bases again for nothing. For nothing. Dumbass bitch.
And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss.
Oh my god.
I guess you
Oh my god, bro. That had to have been a fucking mistake, bro. No way he tried to do that, bro. You're fucking lucky I missed that.
Throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
The 0-2. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Maldonado down to first with it. Got him.
I didn't mean to
One
swing
away
at
on a
that.
strikeout.
Now
it's Mookie Betts.
You're best when you let the game come to you. Tried to make too much happen right there. Not his best at bat.
0-1's the count.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Sheets makes the grab, and there are 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Tommy Edman at the plate. And downstairs. Up the middle.
You know, I told myself not to swing too, because that's all he's doing is going low balls out the fucking strike zone. I'm just gonna stop making pitch to me. That was stupid, man. I let him off the hook on that one.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Gavin Sheets. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck.
Get there, Hernandez.
And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
You suck
These
everything you do, bro.
Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations.
I'm very fucking close to betting him, bro.
Pages hauls it in, and there's one away. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Grounded out his first time. Outside low, ball 1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Just missed. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. Bogaerts retired. 2 down, base is empty. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
2 down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. Popped up to the left, into foul ground, and makes the grab. And that'll do it.
I'm going to show bunt. It's not doing anything to me, bro. I'm not concerned about a bunt with nobody on base, bro.
Ready to go, bottom 4. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And that's downstairs. 1-0. And another ball.
That's it. Make him pitch to you, John. There we go.
Fastball for a strike.
I wanted to
That's
swing
a
at
good
that
pitch
anyway.
there. Really had some
That's
run and
a
finished a
weak
little
pop
up
up.
and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog
You have
back
to be able
the
to paint
dugout.
that the whole game, dude. That's what I thought.
Base hit.
That's what I thought, bro. Get lucky twice on that. You don't throw it 3 times.
He was all over that one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting
Damn
unit.
Never swing at the first pitch, John.
On to first, double play.
Stop swinging at the first pitch. You know it's a
As a
fucking
former
ball
player,
every time, bro.
watching 5-4-3 double plays
Fuck.
brings back
It's going to be
some
low and out.
They go with the intentional walk, so he's on first with 2 out.
I hope I hit a
So
home run,
2
bro.
down, and
Oh, man.
stepping in is the speedy Ha-Seong Kim. This one in the dirt. Just off the outside edge. Now 2-0.
Yeah.
Muncy, the runner at first with 2 gone. In the air, left side, Sheets. He's got it, and that will end the inning.
It's the only thing I like him. He hits pretty solid singles. He's fast,
Back here,
but I don't have power behind him. I mean, I hit like 2 home runs with him, but not, you know, he's not somebody I can rely on for power hits.
Campusano.
That was a clean hit, man. It was just
26 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2017. Pitch misses there, and 1-1. Way high.
Oh, that's upstairs.
And a foul ball. 2-2 now. And misses inside.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here comes a 3-2. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. And the batter now, Martin Maldonado. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Base hit, left center field. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over. So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. On the ground left side, 6, 4,
That's an out.
3.
Sit your fuck ass down,
And the
Tatis.
inning is over.
Fucking bitch.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now, Andy Pajes. On the ground at first. The tag, and he's out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Swings and sends a rocket to right.
I'm all right with that, Charles. That was a good hit.
Makes the catch.
I like
So
the contact
lineup
on
flips
that.
over. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
On the ground.
It's 3 balls you swung at them.
Goes on to first.
Make him
And
pitch.
they get Ohtani for the out. 3 up, 3 down. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. Ohtani back to work. Ground ball right side. And that's just foul. Left field. And there's one away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Machado is out. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Merrill. Ball 1 there.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And that one fouled off. Ripped to third and picked on a hop. Muncy sends it to first. That ends the frame. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Mookie to hit.
Oh, that's out.
Swinging a foul out of play.
Oh my God.
Deal
I should
one.
have knocked that out the ball.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Go low again, buddy. Keep doing that.
Next one misses.
Keep doing
that's
it.
Ball 2.
Put yourself in a fucking hole.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Now pitching for the Padres, number 56, Jeremiah.
Now pop up on the infield.
Low on it. It was right down the pipe, and I swung under it.
Machado
That shit was slow
makes the
too. 81
catch,
miles?
and there's
No,
one
no.
gone.
What, 83 miles an hour?
And
Jesus
now,
Christ.
Tommy Edman, 0 for 2 in this one. First offering misses badly for ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was late that
I got
time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side. Here's the tag, and he's out. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's 2 for 2. And there's a ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Yep, that
Just
ball went out.
missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering way upstairs. Headed down the line. And that drops foul. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Tatis snags it, and that's the top of inning number 7. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Fouled off. He was late. To the right side. Takes it himself. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 57, Luis.
That pitch clips the outside
Garcia.
corner. That's strike 1. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first and 2 away to start the 7th. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
2 outs. Just missed.
1-1.
To the right side. Throw on to Freeman. Padres go down 1-2-3. Back here at Dodger Stadium, leading off, Will Smith. He was late.
My God, I went under.
Strike 1.
You know, these
I
Dodgers
cannot
digging into their numbers have to be
Those pitches right down the pipe.
They've hit 7
I don't know
line
how to
drives
not move
already,
my
and even though
PCI.
some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with
Don't know how to
delivering
not move my
consistent
PCI. I
hard
can't keep it
contact.
still.
That's almost always going to
It's
lead
terrible.
to positive results.
Those are home runs.
And there's 1 down. And now it's Max Muncy.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
0-1.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Very frustrating.
On the ground, right side. The throw to first. And
Gotta
a
be more
couple of
patient
quick
at the plate.
outs. Now it's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there. Back here in L.A. We're at the top of the 8th. And the batter now, Luis Campusano. Hit on the ground to short. Betts. Throws across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down. Martin Maldonado digs in now. 1 for 2. Off the plate, and that's ball 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Finds its way through, base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Tatis in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And that's outside.
No strike.
Maldonado, the base runner at first with one out. Ground ball could be two. Betts over to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Luis Arias getting ready to hit. Tatis runs. And he hits a ground ball right side. Kim. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Manny Machado to the dish for a pivotal at bat. And Manny gets a piece.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Hammered on the line, base hit. Here comes Tatis around third. The throw's offline, he's safe. And it's now a two-run game.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive.
Squeezes it, and that's the third out. Back here at Chavez Ravine. On to the bottom of the eighth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Tajes.
Fucking
It
skid
might be
down.
time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Strike one.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now back.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. That one at
What the
99.
fuck?
No balls,
And
2
the count
strikes.
is 0-2. Got him. And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. And we're back. Here's
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 66.
up
Tanner
the middle. Kim
Scott.
to first.
He's out.
And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. He's 2 outs away. Now it's the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. That one missed. Scott, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Kim. And there's 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
So it's their last chance in this one. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Ground ball, and this should do it.
Boom.
The first ball game. And the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
Hey. I gotta play the Padres.
Could you hear me talking shit? I was talking shit to him. He was pissing me off with that time. So let me, I'm gonna read you an email. Real quick. God, I'm not even gonna read that time. It's just too much. So I'll just give you the basic. I don't know what they call it, but I'll break it down. So it was this Major League Baseball league that I applied to get. They have an application, Tabby. Okay. So I applied to get. No, a legit application, yeah. So I applied for it, like, this was like 3 weeks ago, Tabby. Like, this is when I was really like trying heavy to find one. And he finally emailed me back. Apparently, I made the top 100 pick, right? And so he's like, the email basically says a lot of shit, and then it talks about how. Let me get to this. How prior to being in the league, I have to have an online chat with him scheduled for June 6th. Yes, so where we have to be on the headset on PlayStation, we have to talk, and he has some questions for me, this and that. Okay. So right away, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing all that. Then it was talk. No, these dudes are adults. Like, these people are adults because they only accept people like, I think it's like 35 and up. Then he says there's a $25 membership fee that you must pay prior to being in the league. That makes no sense. I'm like, why would I pay and then you tell me I'm not in it? Like, and then they said if you do not have a Cash App, then you will not be in this league. So now you're telling me who I have to bank with. So I'm like, yo, Tabby's crazy. Then he went into this big thing about why he started the league and how him and his brother love baseball so much, and his brother died, I guess, in like 2012 or something. He didn't say what happened, but he's like, I miss my brother so much, and I play this game in memory of him. And I'm just like, look, I can respect that, right? I get it. You know, this is a fond moment for you guys, but like, that's a lot to put into it. This is a lot to go through to get into a league. Yeah. Let me see if I still have the fucking application that I sent in. Right? Yeah, no. Because I want to read you what the fuck it has to. Oh, I gotta go to my stuff. I don't send much email. Oh, there it is. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing in my sent, but basically it was like, you know, how old are you? Where do you live? Like, you know, not like address and stuff, but like, you know, like what state you live in, blah blah blah. And then it was like, why do you love baseball? And it said, and he said in the beginning of the application, 1-2 word answers will get you automatically eliminated. What? Yeah. So I think I put something stupid like, I'm just a lifelong baseball fan. I've loved it since I was 6 years old. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Which isn't, I mean, it's not necessarily not true, but it's not true either, right? I'm not, you know. But so I said, how long have you been a baseball fan? What is your favorite team? What makes you think you're deserving to be in this league? Deserving to be in, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I don't have anything to do next Saturday, so I can play all day if you need me to. I don't know. And then he said, describe to me what integrity in baseball means to you. I'm sitting there like, I don't even know. I can't honestly. I can't. I don't know. So part of me thinks this is a scam where he's gonna do this, get the money, and then just close the fucking league down and create a whole league. You know what I mean? But the other part of me is like, Cash App is technically a real bank. You can transfer it. So if you just got that money, you can't just close Cash App. What I might do is I might actually forward you the email so that when you have nothing to do with your life, you can go ahead and
read it and laugh.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like it's really a lot. It's like 80 paragraphs. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this all to you. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, no, it really is. Yeah, and then Lawrence will take your money and run.
Oh, for sure. And it'd be higher than 25.
Oh, I'm gonna send you a photo. Did you make cupcakes yesterday, Abby? Did you make cupcakes yesterday? I meant to send you this photo. Oh my god. First I thought they were really, really good, but like the way they look, I think she found her career. I think she found her career.
Cupcake is honorable work.
It is. It is. I gotta see the photo. Like it, like you wait till you see like the frosting on it. It's pretty like pretty immaculate. I think it's the first time. It's your first time, right, Didi? First time making them, so they're good. Whenever they go through it, and they're good. They came out really good.
Oh, no, it's like it chimed in yet.
It just came. It went in on my side right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, hold on. Okay, let me open them up.
Okay.
Oh, they look amazing.
Don't they? Now, I will say, if you're diabetic, don't eat it because there's a shitload of frosting on that. But that shit looks good though, right?
Did you get her a set of piping tools?
No, how'd you do that? What'd you do that with? You just do it with a Ziploc bag? A Ziploc.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, we didn't get her anything. I think she was out with Granny yesterday and then she wanted to make cupcakes. And that was her first time.
What's the other one, strawberry?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's delicious.
It does, right?
Great, Phoebe.
Yeah, it came out really good.
How many have you had?
I can't eat that many. It's too much frosting for me. But I wanna eat them all because they're really good. But I mean, God, they look good though, right? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. The one, good job, BB. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop the stream for a minute. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then I'll probably jump back on. I think I'm gonna put my webcam up and stuff When you watch the game, don't lie to me, okay? When like you watch the game, I know sometimes when you're watching, you're like cleaning and stuff or whatever. Like, but when you actually watch the game, like when you find 10 minutes to watch the game, right? Like you're actually sitting there watching it, and like I hit a home run or I make a big play, like do you get excited? Like how does that make you feel? Like how do you get? Okay. Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm bringing smiles to my viewers. Yeah. Okay. I just wondered because I mean I'm ear to ear when I hear home run. Alright. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure you're not bored over there. What were you thinking in that last game when I hit 3 home runs in the bottom of the ninth and almost won the game? Oh, you did, not this last game. We're talking about the game earlier. Remember? I lost. I was down 4-0. Oh, you didn't watch them all. Oh no, it was 2 in the bottom. No, it was all of them because I went down. Yeah, it was 3. It was 2 back to back, and then yeah. I gotta find it. I think it's fucking Twitch. I think it's Twitch. Yeah, because on my side, it was fine. Like I was playing and it was still streaming, but I guess the Twitch froze. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get back on this PlayStation because I need to figure out like I need to make a decision for in July what console I'm gonna play on. You know. No, I brought my chair to the living room. Yeah. Yeah. For that game I did. So. Yeah. Yeah, no, I lost. I lost in the bottom of the fucking ninth. Off a bullshit pitch. I literally put it way out of the box just to get him to try to swing, and it went right down the pipe. I'm like, how did? I mean, I could understand if it would have hit like a corner or something. I'm like, how the fuck does it go down the bottom of the pipe? And it let, and I went on good when I released the ball. I released it on good, not like okay, slightly legal or whatever. So it's like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, just cost me the game. Yeah, I gotta learn how to use that pinpoint pitching that Bree told me about, but that shit is hard. Yeah, I think I might do that before I stream. See if I can get like comfortable with it. But let me clean up a little bit because Brandon's going to work and that way I don't have to do anything the rest of the day except coach. And I can play all day long. All right. Hey. He sleeps now. You heard me. It's good.